Ladies and gentlemen, all those in between, it's your kawaii metal idol, Princess Alice Manor. Hey everyone, my name is Princess Alice Manor and welcome back to my channel. So if you didn't know already, I released my debut single, Kill You. My memories there's nothing we can do, I'm gonna kill you. First off, I would like to say a huge thank you to everyone who's watched it. The support for it has just been overwhelming and I'm really glad that everyone's enjoyed it so far. It's been just amazing, and if you haven't checked it out, make sure you do at the link below and then come back here afterwards. However, the story behind this track isn't a pleasant one at all. It's sadly about betrayal and gaslighting behaviour, and unfortunately I was one to suffer from this. So without further ado, let us begin, and if you are new here, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell for notifications, as well as check out my social media. Also, don't forget to check out my brand new website, which is also like a new central hub for all my upcoming updates, and you can also join my mailing list where you'll be able to get updates first as well as notifications about whenever I upload. Lastly, make sure to watch the end to find out how you can find some new and exclusive merchandise. So our story begins back in 2017. Things are looking really positive, and I was to a certain extent pretty popular among the UK cosplay scene. I had a great little fan base and I was pretty busy and well connected with different Comic Cons, event companies, magazines, and I had a pretty decent fan base from my cosplay work as well. Unfortunately though, when you do start getting quite popular, it also brings a lot of bad attention in as well. And among that attention, you also find that there's a lot of people that want to become your friend because it benefits them. I was one of these people who was sadly taken advantage of. So there were many people like this in that year, but then there was one person particularly who stood out the most, unfortunately, and essentially caused a bit of a domino effect. I don't want this video to be a call out video though, so I'm going to keep it short and to not cause any trouble. I'm not going to be mentioning any names either. The person I met was a performer who I pretty much relatively got very close to, but they turned out to be one of those people that they would only talk to you if they could get something out of you. A common theme I found throughout the year. Basically, if you needed help from them, they would be nowhere to be seen, but if they needed help from you, you were expected to drop everything. For a while though, I didn't really click onto this behaviour, and the problem is with people like this, they create an amazing first impression that you essentially overlook any flaws, and that way you become very easy to manipulate as well. Also, it makes it very hard for anyone to actually believe this person could be a terrible person. Unfortunately, this worked on me and I ended up going out my way for her more often than I care to admit. Hey everyone, I just wanted to take a little moment from the story just to actually go through my outfit and such for this. So basically I wanted to go for something almost kind of like yandere styled, but also combine like a Guro Lolita element into it. Myself, I actually love combining like the dark and kawaii stuff together, and I felt like Guro Lolita was an amazing combination for that. As well as that though, I've also been really getting into Lolita Idol fashion, and to be honest, Lolita Idol fashion, or Idol Lolita rather, it's one of those fashions where it's not really defined as a proper style at the moment. It's still very much in its infancy, but it's basically idol fashion and almost like idol costumes inspired by the Lolita style. I know that in the Lolita circles though, basically it's almost like a almost kind of like a rule that you try and separate Lolita from costume wear. So it's still in its infancy, so it's kind of like treading the boundaries at the moment, but I'd love to see what happens to it in the future, and I am living for it. So I wanted to show you the outfit that I got, and we've started off with the actual JSK here. So if you are in the Lolita community, you'll probably recognise this as the infamous Amazon Lolita dress. Basically, it's by... this one doesn't actually have the label in it, but I'll put it up on the screen. So yeah, this one is... yeah, it's not exactly Lolita, to be honest. There's no real elements to it, and like the lace isn't exactly the best, and yeah, it doesn't really show any traditional Lolita qualities to it, to say the least. But for me, doing a Guru Lolita outfit, knowing that I was going to get it covered in blood, I honestly didn't really want to spend loads of money on like this beautiful white JSK just to get it dirty, so I decided to opt for the infamous AliExpress dress just so I could bloody it up. And personally, I think it looks actually pretty decent. It's not too bad. I could have gone for a much worse dress, if anything. And what I've also done is I've cut, kind of like add a little bow just to give it like a little bit of a almost like a little cutesy idol flair to it as well. And then I've got a blouse as well, just like a regular Peter Pan blouse. For this one, I just wanted something kind of like generic to go with it. Unfortunately, there's like still a little bit of blood stain on it, which I'm not happy because I need to use this for other JSKs. Although then again, I do need another one because this one does not fit my big old titties. If you are a plus size Alita, you know my pain. And as well as that, I just decided to have a hoop skirt, and I will admit I wish I had got some better over-the-knee socks for them, because mine are just kind of like a generic white, but I didn't really want to unbalance it too much, but at the same time I kind of wish I went for something a little bit more extra to make a term. And then last but not least, I've also got these Mary Janes! Again, these are kind of unbranded, but I'm freaking in love with these, and they're actually generally very comfortable. I got these off of eBay, and they were actually a early birthday or Christmas present for my sister. So yeah, I really like these. I kind of would have preferred them in white, but I think the pink is just like a nice little balance with my other bits, like my wig and such as well. And then talking about my wig as well, I decided to go for like a pink wig for this one as well, because like I said, I was kind of inspired by a yandere look. And if you look at yanderes, you'll probably realise there's a lot of pink hair involved. And I freaking love pink hair anyway, so it's pretty much part of my look and my signature look anyway. And then to top it all off, I've got a tiara! Again, tiaras are pretty much kind of like part of my signature look, but I do need a new one because when I'm headbanging, this literally just falls off all over the place, so I kind of need like a proper one that like sticks in place and such. But I've seen a couple of options, so we'll see what happens. As for the makeup, I didn't really want to do anything too technical just because I knew that in some of the parts it wasn't even going to be seen. So I just kind of decided to go for like a general black eye with a little highlighter there, similar to the makeup I did in my tattoo video. So yeah, if you want to see how I did that, make sure to check it out. As well as that though, like I said, I love a dark white aesthetics, so what I wanted to do as well is bring in like my demon makeup for the heavier parts, and to do that I essentially have like these teeth like these that I managed to find off of eBay as well, but I really like these where they're kind of like evil clown teeth as well. And basically with these I kind of just use them, and then to fit them in I have Polyrip, which honestly this says that it's flavor free, but this tastes like shit. And then to finish off the look, I like to use white contact lenses, and I won't lie, when I put my white contact lenses and my teeth in, I'm pretty much rendered uncommunicative. I cannot talk properly, I cannot see properly, so a little bit of a cheat that I did was I used a eye patch. Again, kind of like within like Guru Lolita trends. So I used eye patch, and basically that kind of enabled me to still see out of one eye. So basically when I was performing, I was actually completely blind, but then when I had to look around and such, I'd just lift up my eye patch so I could actually see out of one eye at least. Unfortunately though, I don't think this would suit me for like a live setup, because unfortunately I just can't see or sing properly, so I need to try and find something that's a little bit more performer friendly to say the least. But yes, essentially that is my outfit. It's one of my favourites I've done so far, admittedly. I do want to incorporate more Lolita aspects into my stage outfits, because I love combining dark and kawaii themes, as I said beforehand. I feel like Lolita is just like the perfect outlet to do this, and obviously with the Idol outfits and Lolita coming together, it just seems like an awesome and logical idea for me to achieve that look I want. But I'd be interested to ponder other things, and if you've got any ideas, let me know in the comments below. So to make a long story short, they continued this behaviour for months, and it got to the point where that they would take the side of someone who threatened me rather than my side of someone who had been involved with them for much longer. It eventually got to the point where I had enough and called them out on their behaviour, and as said beforehand, they denied everything. Now, there were certain things that I did out of character that I will admit I was in the wrong for. When you're mentally manipulated like that, you end up doing things you usually wouldn't do. The difference is that I can admit when I was in the wrong and own up for what I did. Their behaviour basically said that they wouldn't though. Why would they? Now, this could have stopped here, but what made things worse is that she went out of her way to make people stop talking to me. I suddenly found out that people I thought were friends weren't talking to me anymore, and I was getting kicked out of cosplay groups, and even more. It even got to the point where I lost a couple of gigs because of it. Essentially, I experienced cancel culture before the term was even coined. This sadly caused a string of events, and along with similar events happening at the same time with other people, I ended up going into a deep depression, which caused the knock-on effects that caused me not to be in my previously acquired position. Without these opportunities and popularity at my hand, I suddenly found out how little I generally meant to people, and this made things even worse, to the point where an end looked mighty tempting. However, shortly after this incident, I found that my passion for music had started to return, and I managed to turn this pain into the song Kill You. At the time as well, I'd been listening to the song Murder Mitten by Icy Stars, and I was very much managed to relate to it, and it became like a really strong influence in the writing process. Essentially, I wanted to write a song that combined both anger, learning to move on, and closure in one, and I feel that I managed to use the different song sections and pacing, which I think sums it up pretty well, especially with the breakdown and the dubstep representing the anger in contrast to the calmer orchestral parts representing closure, and then the interlude also representing how to move on. In summary, Kill You is basically a song about betrayal of people and how you need to push through this by essentially killing off any memories that people leave behind. In my own way, by releasing this song, I've kind of managed to find closure about the whole situation, and I kind of hope that through this that people can find the similarities and manage to find their own closure from incidents that happened to them as well. A little further down the line, I kind of found out as well that a lot of other people started triggering and catching on to her behaviour, and I don't really know what happened to them as I haven't talked to them in God knows how long, but from what I found out is like a lot of people realised that what she was doing and managed to push through, and I don't think it's been as terrible as it has beforehand now. Hey everyone, unfortunately I didn't get as many behind the scenes footage as I wanted, but thankfully my live guitarist Scott the Betrayal took these small videos that give you a little look at where we shot. The idea behind the visual elements was that I wanted to create a photo shoot theme with Polaroid images being the main centerpiece. Polaroids are generally associated as pictures that hold memories, and as I said before, the song is about killing off the bad memories. As well as this, I love the idea of using the traditional darkroom red light as a way to represent almost like a good versus evil idea, with the warm orange light reflecting the calmer parts and the red room being the heavier and angrier parts of the song. Anywho, that is it from me today, my lovelies, and I hope you've enjoyed this little insight to the song Kill You. If you haven't checked it out already, the link is in the description below, and you can also stream it on all major streaming platforms as well. Before I do go though, I wanted to tell you that I'm doing a new giveaway as well. I've collaborated with the amazing Enchantress Art to give away this adorable but yet deadly chibi of yours truly. To celebrate, I'm giving away 4 t-shirts with this design on them, as well as also some runner-up prizes where I'll be sending over these exclusive signed Polaroid prints that we used in the shoot. I'll be doing 4 different giveaways on 4 different platforms, so you'll have multiple opportunities to enter. This is how you do it. The first will be by subscribing to my YouTube at the giveaway link below. You'll be entered into the draw where one of you will be a lucky winner. The second is if you visit my brand new website, you can join my mailing list where I'll be giving away another shirt. You'll also be the first to be updated on any upcoming news in the future. And then I'll be holding a giveaway on both my Facebook and Instagram pages, so make sure to visit them to find out how you can win there as well. Anywho, that is it from me today, my lovelies. In regards to music, I'm planning on releasing another cover in the new year, and then from there on I should be releasing music regularly throughout the year. I'm actually hoping to do a potential EP for the summer as well. Also, I've got a couple of more videos left for the rest of the year, but I'm hoping to start producing some more regular and consistent content in the new year. I'm having a little bit of a rethink on kind of like what I want to do, but I shall let you know in the future to come. Anyway, I leave you this outtake from the shoot, but in the meantime, I've been Princess Alice Manor, and thank you for watching.
Alright, so are we ready?
I'm ready when you are.
Ooh,
Hope this doesn't hit me in the face.
Yeah, I gotta say, you got glasses on, thankfully.
Yeah, or my camera lens.
Right, we good?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Oh shit! I think I destroyed the tripods in the stand as well. Fuck. Oh god, this is not gonna break. Come on. Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh my god!
I'll tell you what, when I did this video first, it broke too easily. Jesus Christ. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna get some. Let's get some shots of me throwing it to the ground.
Yeah.
You can slap it against the pillar. I think that might be the fucking pillar down.
Yeah. I was gonna say this keyboard knew I was gonna destroy it. I was like, no, I'm not getting out of here.
But the house will
Okay.
tell you how much you smash things, isn't it?